As we see, they are now on the point. They're pushing straight onto the point here as Cutesocks scrambles to defend. Sorry, YOLO scrambling to defend. Cutesocks definitely, YOLO, sorry, definitely have the man advantage. And
I am repaired.
did you say streams back on, Tank? Ah, okay. Are you spectating? Oh, okay. Well, it looks like we have the stream back. Really getting a late kill onto Showman will definitely delay their second push. Yes, there was a third map. It was on Lijiang. No. After Lijiang, that was it. It was they 1-2-0. Yeah. Well, Waddy Jackson getting on to the members of YOLO here and he's trying to deal as much damage as he can with that Tesla gun, but he's kind of getting contained into that room. The Diva trying to block as much damage as possible, keeping him alive. Inner Pizza takes out Rini, and Opti somehow manages to pull off the map as the Nano Boost comes onto Mr. Popo on the Diva. Sound Barrier out now for YOLO, and the Primal Rage out as well. Mr. Popo takes out Morgan's mech, and Sherman finishes him off. As we see, Primal Raging Winston of YOLO gets slapped by Munsky, and Munsky also finishes off Flipjack on the Lucio. So this will definitely be a cap now for Cutesocks. Reasonably clean engage on that second attempt. And 5 minutes 45 left on the clock. So reasonable time as well. So we see Morgan instantly getting slept there by Munsky. So he's doing a lot of work here on the Ana. YOLO once again trying to be very aggressive on the defense, but No Fun takes out Rini, and Wild Jackson takes out Dark Prince as well. So man advantage now for Cutesocks. The Sound Barrier out as well. Nathan finishes off Morgan, Smek, and finishes off him as well. And he's also taking out Rini, so he's dealing a lot of damage here from the skies. As we see Opti desperately trying to get onto the point and gets taken out. Mana Boost now onto Wild Jackson as he's dealing a lot of damage onto Morgan's mech. The EMP's now out for Dark Prince to respawn. Morgan gets Mr. Popo with the self-destruct, but Wild Jackson once again delaying with that Primal Rage on the point. But the kills all now going the way of YOLO as they have all now respawned. And it looks like this will have to be a reset. So there's a lot of ults there dropped by Cutesocks, and they only managed to get one tick. So unfortunately for them, they still seem to be having a few issues with their ult efficiency, but Dark Prince's EMP definitely shutting down any chance of them completing the cap on that push. So, and Dark Prince again up to 50% again on that EMP. Opti does have that Dragon Blade as well, as we see Sherman trying to get the back cap with that Tracer, but he's forced to back away. Nathan now on the point with that Pharah, trying to deal with Rini, but no, he kills himself on the Winston bubble. And I think this will have to be a reset, because without their Pharah, they're not going to really get much done here. Rini gets taken very low though. See if they manage to finish him off, but no, he manages to back away. Dark Prince up to 90% almost on his EMP. So in fact, they're actually, by doing this and delaying their reset, they're feeding Dark Prince a lot of charge. He now has his EMP up. Flipjack also has his Sound Barrier, so this is going to make things very difficult for Cutesocks to cap. So Cutesocks on 3 ults, Nefon still having that barrage, and Inner Pizza with that Sound Barrier. Let's see if he manages to drop that on the engage. They're trying to go through that choke on the right side, but Dragon Blade out now for Opti in the background, and he manages to get the mech, and YOLO finishing off the kills, but no, the back cap from Showman randomly on the point, and no one paying attention at all, including me, manages to back out the point from one tick. And that was as everyone's spamming C9, Z9 in the chat. Nothing much else you can really say about that one. Well, C9 indeed. Classic C9 strategy. As you see, everyone was just focusing on that right-hand choke where the rest of the members of Cutesocks were just holding YOLO at bay, and they dived aggressively onto them, Opti pulling out the Dragon Blade. And all the while, Showman was just on the point, just capping, just sitting there on that point as the counter ticked up, and no one even noticed. No one even noticed. He was being cute. That's as Tankload says.
Guess you're
His
going back on
very
my
cute
list,
strategy.
Hana.
What happened to you?
YOLO, 2 YOLO in the end. They were 2 YOLO.
Take your medicine.
Well, the full cap with 3 minutes left is actually pretty impressive by Cutesocks in the end, despite the fact that it was off a C9 by YOLO.
There's nothing I haven't seen.
Regardless of that.
Stick
So we see
together.
Nathan on the McCree now. In a slower composition for Cutesocks on the defense with the Reinhardt and Anna. And I think Nathan is on this McCree trying to counter and trying to counterpick Morgan's Pharah, but in fact he's not going to be playing Pharah on this, he's going to be playing D.Va, as Opti has opted for the Reaper. So did you see the attack begin? Showman trying to get some early ult charge, has to back away. Poke war has now started. They're going to be faced with the Reinhardt shield in their face as Rini tries to get into immediately gets hammered by Jackson. So the rest of the members of YOLO are now contained in that room. They're probably going to have to wait for Rini to respawn, but I'm not sure if they can really get him as Showman completely cuts off Opti and takes him down. And I think this is going to have to be a reset for YOLO because they just contained this room with a Reinhardt hammering away. As we see Inner Pizza getting the last couple of kills. And yep, Morgan jumps off the map to reset. But Rini, very ambitious there, completely away, completely just on his own, away from his tanks, trying to run in first onto the right-hand side building. And getting hammered to death by Wild Jackson, so... This tank load is now saying in my ear, 2 YOLO. I was say, Young Hero, take out Mr. Popo, Baby D. Nathan answers back with a kill onto Young Hero. Poke war still going on with Morgan blocking a lot of damage. Bruce comes onto Wildy Jackson. Only the D.Va who gets charged and taken out in the end. And yep, despite that, only getting 1 on the Earthshadow, damage has been done with Inner Pizza booping off his opposite Lucio off the map. And that'll be a successful defense once again by Cutesocks. I know that, thank God. Well, YOLO going into that side room. Rini once again by but Showman takes out Dark Prince. Wildy Jackson charges Opti into a wall, and Rini gets taken out as well by the round-hand hammer. So once again, well, the late pulse bomb onto Neon Hero takes him out. Once again, YOLO is going to have to reset. They're really not doing well, but they've managed to bank up 3 ults, including that all-important sound barrier. Opti now switching over to the McCree. Yeah, Cutesocks has the ult advantage with Munchie Nano Boost. We'll see if they manage to... They choose to put that Nano Boost onto the Reinhardt or onto the... for the Electric Cowboy play. They have 5 ults now. As we see YOLO going into that side room once again. Rini once again running away. And Wildy Jackson, the Earth Shatter into the room, but immediately gets slept, and the counter Earth Shatter by Nyan Hero. But no, the just D.Va self-destruct getting charged
Rest
into the enemy team. I'm at a loss for words right now. I don't know. There were so many Cubans fresh in that fight, and there were so many just strange plays. As we see, Munchki, the soul healer, left alive, trying to keep his tanks alive to hold the rest of the YOLO members at bay, but the spawn timers definitely favoring the attacking team as the Soundbearer goes down now. Cutesocks, Waddy Jackson getting a charge onto RT and the fire strike onto Nyan Hero, and Cutesocks are now finishing off the remaining members of YOLO. And it looks like this will be a full hold by Cutesocks, winning 2-0 on Hanamura thanks to a colossal C9 play by YOLO. So YOLO definitely struggling right now. The momentum's definitely not with them. They came off a bad loss to Beyond to win, and they're just continuing to struggle against Cutesocks, who've definitely stepped up the game this week. Wildy Jackson with the play of the game. See that fire strike and the earth shatter to clean up the remaining members. Yeah, well played by Cutesocks in the end. I think we're going to go for a break before our second map.
Epic.
to see justice done.
Well, we're back live and on Route 66, which was YOLO's Mac pick. And it looks like YOLO will be defending first as well. So, well, not much you could really say about our first game.
Yep, nothing much to say about that one. Let's see 9, man. Jeez.
C9, as we welcome Tankload back to the stream.
Yeah, back from dinner.
Hello, Tankload.
Hello.
Hello, Tankload. I've missed you, mate. I've missed you.
You must have some football. Jeez, stop it. Some water. Drink some water.
I'm looking.
I'm kind of hoping for the Orisa top for this one. To be honest.
Sorry I'm late.
Well, unfortunately, he doesn't look like they're gonna have it. Morgan's back on that Sombra that we saw last week.
Yeah.
Didn't really work too well for them last week, but See if they manage to pull it out this
I
time.
see that they're not using a C-Match this time.
Stick to the
No,
plan.
they're not. Unfortunately.
Metro. Cool. I don't know.
So many targets, so little time.
Well, Cutesocks still trolling around with the hero picks.
More like YOLO, no? YOLO attack first.
No. Cutesocks are attacking first.
No, Cutesocks are defending first.
No, Cutesocks are attacking first, mate.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
I see Munchki on the enemy on the team that's attacking, so that means Cutesocks is attacking.
Oh yeah, you're right. Team names are wrong.
Well, as we see the aggressive dive here from onto the members of Cutesocks, grenade goes down, and kills being traded now. Both the Zenyatta is down for Cutesocks, but Winston down for YOLO. As we see Sherman take out Morgan. He's not going to get much ult charge, unfortunately, because of that. And yep, Cutesocks have to pull back. They're waiting now for respawns. If they manage to push quickly, they may be able to catch YOLO at a man disadvantage. Nathan on the Pharah, trying to deal some damage onto Rini on the soldier. Keep him bottled up. His cart's still pushing here, so YOLO trying to be defensive as we see the aggressive dive onto Dark Prince on Diva. As we see Wally Jackson still dealing a crap load of damage. He now pulls back. And he takes out Morgan as well on the fallback. Rini trapped in that room with an angry Winston. Not a good place to be. And it looks like, well, he takes out the Tracer in the end with the Helix rockets, but Nathan takes him out as well. And the cart is still not pushing actually, because everyone's off the point, but the EMP comes out, Morgan takes out the Popo, and Flipjack, who's now on the Diva, pulls out the self-destruct, takes out Munsky. And once again, there's a reset now for Cutesocks. I'm surprised they didn't get that much push time.
Well, I think the team was too scared for that. And the EMP really messed them up as well, messed up the rhythms.
Yeah, well, I thought they could get some push time if they were a little bit aggressive, because they got picks, especially onto that Ana. As we see Waddy Jackson jumping onto the Ana again, immediately gets grenade. Popo is there to help him out, and Dark Prince does go down again. The Transcend is coming out too late. Rini getting 4 kills with that. Sorry, 3 kills with that attack visor.
Finish it off.
Yeah, in the fifth.
Sorry, I can't count.
Neither of us can apparently. And once again, well, Muskie gets the grenade onto Opti, kills him. So if they push very aggressively now, they can catch YOLO without that Tracer. Morgan again has his EMP now.
Man, this inverted team name is so confusing. Jesus, my brain. It cannot turn.
Well, Muskie has his nano boost. We can possibly go for the nano boosted Winston, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, Molly Jackson has been like jumping on YOLO's Ana 24/7.
Yeah, but now he has Opti to defend him, so they're gonna have to probably back away. The EMP comes down aggressively as we see Nyan Hero jump onto the Tracer, who's completely helpless. Opti CG dumping that pulse bomb onto the Lucio to finish him off, and Jack also taking out the Cutesocks' Ana. And once again, Cutesocks is not resetting fast enough. They should just run all the way back to spawn when they take 3 kills like that, because the late kills onto Nathan is going to deny them a six-man push for this, or they're probably going to get another 6-man push. They probably could have gotten 2 pushes if they reset better throughout this map.
Yeah, but well, I suppose, with their success in the last game, can't really help it.
Well, the self-destruct is pulled out, thrown out aggressively, but gets nothing. Cutesocks have an ult advantage here. We'll see whether they manage to pull off the cap as Nyan Hero takes out pulls out his final rage, and the nano boost now onto Mr. Popo on the Diva, but in the background, Nathan doing a lot of damage on that Pharah, gets 2 kills. Nano boost now definitely. Yeah. We're into overtime now, so they have to remain on point 24/7. until they get that cap. There's a man advantage definitely for Cutesocks now as the kills are all red. Two traces dueling. And the grenade, a brilliant grenade by Dark Prince onto 4 members of Cutesocks, but Wildy Jackson still manages to aggressively dive in. The nano boost onto Rini, but he doesn't have his attack visor up and gets killed off by Nathon on the Pharah. Sound barrier now out to try and help. Oh, but completely denied but it doesn't matter because Morgan was the only one on the point and they managed to finish him off. And the first cap is completed by Cutesocks. Fortunately, they have to do it in overtime, so they only have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. But the streets phase is definitely one of the easier parts. As Nathon gets taken out by Rini, so we'll see whether YOLO want to push this with an aggressive dive. They're still waiting for their Winston to respawn, so probably not.
I'm moving the payload.
Weapon system optimized.
As we see, Wildy Jackson now onto Morgan, trying to kill him off. Morgan is taken down. It's completely overextended there.
Morgan should have prepared an escape plan before going there.
Yeah, definitely. He had his translocator, but he didn't use it before he tried to flank, so he had no escape in the end. Wildy Jackson gets flashbang, taken down by Nyan Hero in the... His Dark Prince is on half health, but manages to get away. Nyan Hero kills the Mercy. So Interface has now switched to Mercy, and the Nano Boost onto Nyan Hero gets slept, but immediately waken up, takes out Munsky. That's gotta be rubbing salt into the wound. Nyan Hero now has his Primal Rage up, but Cutesocks has... Yeah, it was a bit wasted. The fight was already won, and he had no chance of really dying there.
That was a good pick by Showman.
Translocating.
They're gonna be like not very well enough for the next few seconds. So if Cutesocks do this fast enough, you know, we're gonna see some good shit.
Yeah. Once again, Cutesocks is not really... Well, they're managing to get out of that choke now, so they can definitely push this man advantage that they have. They're gonna get some push time on the cart. Cutesocks know they're a man down, so they're pulling back. Self-destruct pulled out, thrown out aggressively, gets Nyan Hero on the Wizard, who's not able to dive away fast enough. And they definitely have a man advantage now as Wildy Jackson jumps onto that Diva. He's trying to do as much damage as possible. The EMB comes out from Morgan, who's now respawned, and the attack visor out for Nathon, gets 2 kills. Answered by attack visor from Rini, who also gets 2. Opti gets Mr. Popper out of the mech, but Inner Pizza with the 4-man res is gonna keep the cart moving as Wildy Jackson throws out his Primal Rage to knock Nyan Hero off the cart and away. They're gonna have to reset Nyan Hero, getting taken out late, but it shouldn't matter too much because the cart's gonna take a little bit of a while to get going.
Well, I think YOLO's gonna be quite sad about that because they have this twice they have reached overtime and yet, you know, to the last second, pieces are sticking in.
Ahorita regreso.
Yeah, that's right. They're managing to do everything right, but eventually Cutesocks
I'm healing.
are pushing the cart to the points as Nathon takes out Morgan, so it's an early pick here for Cutesocks. See if they manage to put a shit. I should mention Nathon is now on the Soldier 76 and Ina Pizza on the Mercy. Muskie has his nano boost, and Sherman takes out Diva on the Diva mech, and Wildy Jackson finishes off the baby Diva with a nano boost. Now on to Nyan Hero on the Winston. The pulse bomb thrown out, but gets nothing. As we see, Cutesocks are still managing to contest the cart.
Oh, this is not good. Diva's out of Cutesocks.
That's right, Diva's out of mech, Opti-CG taking that one down, but Nathon gets the kill onto Nyan Hero. Opti taking out the opposing Winston though, so pretty even right now. Kills once again being traded out. The Showman getting the honor. But given the spawn advantage, Mr. Prober still doesn't have his mech back. He has it, and Mounsky has that nano boost. The EMP comes down. Oh my god. The attack visor and the Deadeye, but immediately rezzed up by Inner Pizza, who managed to survive, but once again, YOLO taking out a couple of members early on after the res, and I think this should be where the cart will stop.
going to be
As we see Tracer still contesting, manages to get kill onto Rini, but it's only really a matter of time before he's taken out, and he is. And the cart will stop about halfway between the second point and the third.
We call it an intersection. Well, yeah.
Not really.
Well, in some sense, it's kind of good for a still good push from Cutesocks because like they managed to get past the choke, which is actually very easy to defend. So yeah, but then again, if you want to defend the choke, it's maybe a bit risky. So perhaps you know, to YOLO's benefit, it's not really that easy to defend the choke in some sense as well, because if you know they all die the choke, it's really hard for the defending team to come back due to spawn and everything. So
yeah, if they all die the choke, it's pretty much the attacking team is almost going to get it up to that third point before they're able to contest again.
Yep.
So
well, we might see a full hold by Cutesocks again. So who knows?
yeah, well, that definitely would be something. You never know.
Yeah.
YOLO seem to be kind of pulling it back a bit now, though. Seem to almost have it together.
Yeah, they seem to be like less YOLO, more team. You know.
Yeah, that's right. That's really been the story of their team. Really, need to be less YOLO, more team, especially today. Well, looks like Wildy Jackson now switching over to that Reinhardt on the defense, and Nathan on the Reaper.
All systems
The rest of the heroes, Inner Pizza on the Zen as well. I don't think. Can you switch those team names while in game? I'm not sure.
Let me get you patched up.
Well, it looks like YOLO are going to run Pharah Mercy with Morgan on his signature Mercy and Opti on that Genji. So early Sonic arrow for Rini, who in fact they're going to run triple DPS with the soldier as well. You see Cutesocks, bit of a split defense here with the Reaper completely on his own, but he manages to get away from Opti, who's chasing him down. This could be an early kill, and yes, it is. Nathan gets taken down by Opti, and Morgan also gets that damage boosted one shot onto Showman's Tracer. YOLO Jackson takes out Opti, who dashes in, but he's too early. And Young Hero with that grenade, anti-heal on him, gets taken out by Mr. Popo. YOLO Jackson with the Fire Strike also takes out Flipjack. So I think this will have to be a reset, though they may be able to get a little bit of cut time.
Well, anyway, nice to see the team names are finally back to where they were.
Get back in the fight.
Yeah, that's right.
Cutesocks and YOLO belong together. I got 2 big picks by Cutesocks while stocked in there.
Well, that's right. 2 early picks. 2 early picks will mean YOLO definitely has to disengage here. As we see a D.Va switch by Morgan. So enough of that Pharah Mercy. Dark Prince is still going to remain on the Mercy, it looks like, but Pharah not getting the work done with double hit scan now for Cutesocks, so it's not easy to run Pharah Mercy against that, though still possible. Rini gets the early pick onto Nathan with the Helix Rockets, so this could be YOLO's chance here as Morgan dives in, but he doesn't have the Winston with him. He immediately gets demeched with the help of that Discord Orb. So the rest of the team really is on the low ground trying to fight through YOLO Jackson's shield as we see the Dragon Blade come out for Opti, but countered by Inner Pizza's Transcendence, perfectly timed, chained into the Nano Boost onto the D.Va. Rini gets 2 with attack visor on the high ground that's being damage boosted by Dark Prince, and Opti dashes into Showman to finish him off. So out of nowhere, with that one attack visor play, they managed to pull it back, but late kills going the side of Cutesocks, but Dark Prince reses them up. And Mr. Popo being taken out, and I think Cutesocks should be able to get back here for a last minute contest, but it's up to them whether they choose to. It looks like they are. No, they're going to pull back. Oh, maybe they are. No, they're going to hold at that choke. They're going to pull back and hold at the choke. So, first point cap. Much faster than Cutesocks' one. So
Cutesocks has an out advantage at the moment though, so much to see.
Yeah, that's right. YOLO did drop a couple of ults there for that cap, But Rini again taking out Nafon with the Helix rocket, so it's getting a lot of work done here. Nafon out of position, not behind his Reinhardt shield or his Diva defense matrix, and he gets taken out.
Enough one makes a pick from McCree to Winston, and they're going cheap pro tank for
I've got you in my sights.
Yeah, triple tank with the Winston and the Zarya as the attack visor is out now for sure. He's not managed to get anything. Morgan blocking all of that damage, and the Earth Shatter now for Wildy Jackson. He only manages to get one, manages to charge Nyan Hero to his death, but Cutesocks chain that into a team fight win, it looks like.
Well, YOLO is still behind Cutesocks and Zen, but I'm not sure that it will be enough. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not in the end. We need to get that late kill, but he's definitely going to be back by the time the next push starts.
Yeah.
As we see, triple tank soldier, so a bit of a season 2 strat here from Cutesocks. As we see the self-destruct thrown out aggressively by YOLO, doesn't get any, but chained into a sound barrier, so they're trying to dive in, but they're a bit scattered here. They managed to group back up as Cutesocks are aggressively trying to push them back. As Munchki is dead right now for Cutesocks. He respawns. Showman takes out Dark Prince on the Mercy and Nyan Hero with the help of that Discord Orb. And in fact, this will be another teamfight win for Cutesocks. So once again, a little bit scattered there on the attack. They dropped a couple of ults too, so I'm not sure. Really, that was pretty inefficient. They got no time on the cart. The sound barrier was dropped, but they were too scattered. Their target focus was completely off, and no one really went down except for Munchki there at the beginning. So,
Well, I think that was a very good sound barrier for whoever did that. Was there any sound barrier?
yeah, sound barrier.
Oh well, sound barrier was good. But you know, I think it's kind of unfortunate that Optic CG from YOLO got taken out the last
This
bit
will
there.
prepare
So,
there.
well, Optic CG still has the help, so it's not bad. So we're having a Winston versus Winston zappy time.
Zappy time. Well, Rini is trying to take the flank here right now as Nyan Hero aggressively dies, but kind of misses the jump. He gets knocked off the high ground by Wildy Jackson. Dark Prince raises him up there, and the Dragon Blade out enough after he gets to Wildy Jackson, tries to answer with the Earth Shadow, misses it, and Flipjack taking out the Reinhardt as well. The Primal Rage Alpha Nafon to try and delay, but he's not really on. So, now he is. He's trying to contest the cart now. So, I think it's only a matter of time until he really gets taken out, but no, he jumps up. But he's going low, yes, he's taken out. Unfortunately, that's probably going to mean Cutesocks is not going to have 6 members for this contest. Natabrus onto Showman, pulls out the attack visor, gets Flipjack, and that could be the opening they need. Munchki also gets Nyan Hero. Morgan kills Munchki, unfortunately, with the self-destruct, so the numbers are even now. Wildy Jackson, though, makes it an advantage for Cutesocks with that kill onto Rini. Wildy Jackson hammering away onto Morgan on the Diva. Eventually gets T-Max, but the...
But in a pizza does a beautiful real gun, shutting down Optic CG.
Now, Optic Celebratory self-destruct to get 2 kills there at the end by
Kind of a
Mr.
YOLO-
Popo.
Kind of a YOLO C9, if I would like to say so myself.
Well, that was...
Overall, I saw,
Once again, we saw some real problems there for YOLO. They were not very coordinated. They had the right ideas with the ult usage, but when they actually came in to engage, they weren't really focus firing at all, and it was really all up to individual plays as to how they were getting picks. It wasn't really good teamwork at all.
Yeah, I
It was
agree
just
with you on that one, that's for sure. I felt that, YOLO wasn't really like working together, other than like the play of the game we saw there. Like that was the highlight of their
I'm just doing my job.
teamwork. But like overall,
well, that was yeah.
I saw a lot of people like outing, like when perhaps like one thing I've noticed about YOLO is like when they try to work together, they somehow were like out of position and stuff. So it was like kind of an awkward balance between like when when players are more like solo, they're able to perform better, but when they're forced to work together, it seems like YOLO it's like kind of struggling because
Yeah.
a lot of executions, as you say, I can see the intent, but It's just not at the correct place at the correct time. So it's kind of unfortunate. So maybe YOLO still needs to try to find a balance between like teamwork and solo skill. But well, let's take a break. While YOLO decides the next man.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
there
Sounds
is the
like
next
a
man.
good idea.
Okay. Muted.
Now arriving at Lijiang.
Well, we're on to Lijiang Tower for the third map, which was YOLO's pick again. So now 0-2 down. And yeah, well, what does YOLO really have to change, do you think, Tanklo, to try and pull things back and try and get a map win here on Control?
Well, I mean, I was like helping the coach, Cutesocks earlier. I mean, like last night, no, yesterday during their practice screen against the Torbjorn.
Yep.
And I was suggesting to them, perhaps to work in like three stack within the group of 6, such that like one tank, one healer, and one DPS, such that you can like still maintain your individuality. Like you don't have to think about like, oh, there's another DPS, like I am my group's DPS and stuff, but yet have like some sort of teamwork, so it makes it easier for the mind and so everything.
Yeah.
So it's like by doing that kind of 3-3 format, perhaps teams can kind of like get more results quicker, perhaps. Well, anyway, we see YOLO with the Sombra pick, which should be quite interesting. I think Sombra has been a burden, not really a burden, like a
Beacon in place.
cactus in many teams' bumhole for this season.
That's an interesting way of...
Yeah, I don't even know how to put it in a nice way, so yeah. But if I personally hate Sombras myself, like good Sombras, kind of tough. Well, however, we see like tonight's more Lijiang, there's a lot of Doomfist going around, and
Yeah. Well, Mutski is on the Lucio. He gets that second kill as Marty Jackson has already taken out first. And they get the early cap here. Does Cutesocks. And YOLO has to back away.
I mean, this man is perfect for Lucio, so gotta respect the Lucio pick here.
Yeah, that's right. And it seems like the team with the Sombra, as the late kill there onto Morgan, I'm not sure what he was doing. He should have really jumped off the map, especially if he didn't have his mech. So...
I think he was trying to go for the hack there, but I don't think it was really worth it. And considering the fact, like, considering everything, I mean, he does his ultimate, but if, in a pizza place, her cards right, I don't think the Sombra will get much pick. But that's the thing, see, like, whoa.
Yeah, Inner Pizza's almost got that transcendence, as we see the EMP come out as I choke on my own spit. And Wildy Jackson taking out Rinny in the head. And the Transcend is keeping everyone alive on Cutesocks. Looks like they'll have to reset yet again. So that EMP came out, the important game-changing ultimate, but still didn't manage to get a point switch.
Well, as I was saying, because of the fact that in a piece of wasn't called the EMP, the Sombra was just ineffective in general because, I mean, 5 EMP people with very little shields is like basically no effect, or especially when they're all cooked up together. So yeah. Yeah,
I mean, it was really good play there by Inner Pizza not to get immediately popped out the Transcendence. So
yeah, pretty great. Well, we see
so the fist going on to kill Munsky there, killing him. Wildy Jackson answers back with the kill onto Rinny.
Yeah, but we see that the great fist, and yet again goes off again. Well,
yeah, EMP is off again, and the sound barrier as well. So
flipjack on Inner Pizza.
So they have a huge advantage here. So, and it looks like, yes, it will be a point cap, as they're trying to delay as much as possible. Let's see if they can get to 99. And they do get the 99, so Q will be very happy with that, as they're gonna give it up and reset now.
That was a good call by Mr. Popo right there. I mean, they can,
Yeah.
she can take like 15 seconds to spawn for all she cares.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because now they're on 99. They can, if they cap once, they basically win due to overtime spawn. So
Well,
as we see, Rini's getting taken.
Cutesocks has like a lot of advantage if they are able to
Beacon.
use that. It'll be easy, but outside said at least no Truman got taken off. So they
it's almost-
reset. Probably.
Yeah. Well, Innopiz has almost got his Transcenders as the EMP comes out, and they should just back away this one because they've got plenty of time, which they do, in fact. So very well played by Cutesocks there. They don't waste anything, and they bait out the EMP and the self-destruct, in fact.
Well,
So-
Balls for the sake YOLO was gonna have the same amount outs, but thanks for those plays. I guess not then.
YOLO invested quite a bit to try and hold that one, and Cutesocks now coming in with the barrage from Nathon taking out Rooney early on.
Waddy Jackson doing a bit out there.
Yeah, and the punch onto Morgan D-Max him, and
Oh,
Transcendence Alpha in a pizza. Brilliant plays there by Waddy Jackson, absolutely steamrolling the members of YOLO. And it looks like this will be, unless they can get back to this to contest, the EMP comes out in desperation, manages to D-Mech Mr. Popo, and kills now going the way of YOLO. In fact, Cutesocks may have to reset.
well, I mean, the one thing the EMP really did was, you know, deny Cutesocks' abilities. That was really good. EMP like that.
Yeah, as we see, kills being traded out again as members spawn. They've somehow managed to split out for this long. The self-destruct comes out as Muskie boops 2 players off the map as well in the background. And Dark Prince is now Dark Prince and Rini, the only 2 on the point for YOLO. And Dark Prince goes down by Waddy Jackson. Muskie finishes off Inner Pizza finishing off Rini as members of YOLO now desperately trying to get onto the point to try and stall, and the point does switch, so one more kill onto Nyan Hero, and that should be a win for this round.
Well,
For
I'm pretty
Cutesocks.
impressed with Walter Jackson. Like, he made a very good pick there at the end to Winston to catch the YOLO Sombra out of you know, position and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that was a very good pick, considering everything. Cause yeah, like he realized he was getting countered by the Sombra and he chose the Winston, which, you know, more or less like, I won't call that a game-winning thing, but it was really like good insight.
Yep.
Well, YOLO opting to choose the Sombra, so yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, it didn't really work for them that well.
I
Although
mean,
they,
it's mostly because Inner Pizza was really playing her cards really
Yeah.
well. So like, I would say, like, you know, it's not really the Sombras. I mean, kind of the Sombra, but not really. But it's more like Inner Pizza.
it was more Inner Pizza's brilliant play, I guess. So that he knew exactly what he needed to do.
Understanding when to go in and when to not.
Yeah. As we see Farah from both teams, but no Mercy as well. So
Clearing the area.
Oh, YOLO gets the
see
point
it.
easy. So we'll see. Okay,
yeah, Cutesocks being bottled up into that choke right now, but they managed to. Oh, Darkwind's going very, very low. Gets healed up immediately. Morgan gets the first pick onto Nathon. So we see the members of Cutesocks now diving in. Young Hero jumps onto Inner Pizza, takes him out, but the kills now being traded out. Sherman getting Rini, and Morgan getting his opposing Diva. As once again, well, I'd say once again, but that's because
Oh, what a great Q on Munchki right there.
the leap onto Munsky, yeah, that was really good.
Nyan Hero doesn't manage to make the jump, so yeah. I guess
Because he gets flashbanged and taken out by Nathon. And Cutesocks now have the man advantage, so let's see if they can push this one with an aggressive dive. Waddy Jackson diving onto the Genji, who's trying to flank.
Well, just as I said, you need to be careful to let the took off. Munchki just gets took off, so yeah. Blame my mom.
What?
So yeah, no longer does Cutesocks have the main advantage. And yeah, but however, interesting thing is that Cutesocks, they don't have support outs. They have DPS.
Oh, the pulse bomb onto the baby Diva, so now Cutesocks do have a 2-man advantage as Opti is very out of He's getting chased around. He dumps the Dragon Blade, but completely countered by the Transcendence. Not before he manages to dash through Munchki for the kill with the Nano Boost. Right now, the Wilder Jackson is trying to boot people off the point. Nyan Hero is booting people off the point. Inner Pizza and Nafon do get thrown off the map, and that should be a convincing win for
You have my thanks.
YOLO.
Wow, that was a real play by Nyan Hero right there. Sadly, I wasn't looking.
Yeah. Well, everyone was just bottled up into that back room, and Nyan Hero just popped his Primal Rage and booped everyone off as the Diva Bomb comes in aggressively, gets 2 and the Diva Mech. This will be a long reset now for Cutesocks. In fact, Mr. Piper should just drop off the map, right? I don't know, to try and get his mech back, but he's not. He's choosing not to. Let's see. Cutesocks have to get onto the point. Waddy Jackson has to jump on. And Nafon takes out Nyan Hero, but no one's on the point.
Yep. What a waste. What
Yeah,
just
see?
taking his chances.
Come on, C9 in chat.
Score.
And what YOLO managed to even it up on Lee Zhang Ta.
Right, YOLO seems to became some rhythm again, so it'll be nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, they look better on that first map, although Inner Pizza's players managed to deny the effectiveness of that Sombra. And on the second map, they do manage to get the 99-0 cap. So
Yeah, I think Nyan Hero's doing a lot of work for YOLO. So
yeah, definitely.
kudos to him. I mean, he managed to get some really good tools with his landing. His landing is like really on point today. So yeah.
Yep. Can't deny that. And looks like the Reaper and the Soldier for Cutesocks on attack. Sorry, on what's this one? Control Center?
Yep, control center.
Control Center.
Where they
That's right.
control all the Chinese moves.
The Reinhardt now for Nyan Hero with the Soldier and Reaper. You see the poke war start. Cutesocks immediately getting pushed back. They have a bit of a closer range composition than YOLO does, so they have to kind of back away until they can get that Reaper close enough to deal his damage. Mr. Popo diving in with Waddy Jackson now, but Waddy Jackson has to back away. And the first cap does go to YOLO. Waddy Jackson still on the point, he gets taken out, and Opti takes out Nafon as well.
Well,
Munchki getting killed late.
Well, I think that for YOLO, I think one thing that really made them win over Cutesocks was that the Diva and the Reaper working together. So he kind of denied, Cutesocks' Reaper from actually doing any damage.
On the railgun by Inner Pizza to open up the fight, pick on Freddy. But Sherman gets slapped by Dark Prince. This is going to be brutal. And he gets taken out by Nyan Hero. The Transcendence is thrown out by Inner Pizza, but denied by the Ana Grenade. The Death Blossom comes out, takes out Munchki, takes out the Diva Mech, and he gets Inner Pizza as well. And this should be another team fight win now for YOLO. And Mr. Popo, once again, should just jump off the map, really. He's kind of delaying his own team. Waddy Jackson gets an early pick onto Dark Prince here, but there's still a man down, and Waddy Jackson's completely on his own, but he manages to get out. The members of YOLO now chasing him. He gets taken out in the end. I'm not sure about that play. To be honest, it's very ambitious.
Well, he was trying to bring Doom. Sadly, he got Doom. This bad punch.
Unfortunately for Cutesocks, they have a huge ultimate disadvantage as well. So
I feel that Cutesocks Tracer is kind of like lurking around too much. Perhaps he needs to commit more of the team to give him a better opening.
yeah, there seems to be a few shock rolling issues with Cutesocks as Rinny, he gets the nano boost, but he has a Reaper in his face. He manages to survive and force the Reaper to pull back. He gets both the Mr. Popo as well, his mech, and the Baby Diva. As Opti finishes off Wildy Jackson. And once again, team fight win. And I don't think, is anyone going to get on to this point? Yes, they do. Sherman manages to get on again. As Munchki and Inner Pizza on the high ground, trying to keep him alive as best as possible. As Nafon comes back now, the Diva Bomb is thrown out aggressively. It manages to get 2 kills. Now this could be a team fight win for Cutesocks if they manage to play correctly. Wildy Jackson gets slept. Dark Prince is taken down by Sherman. Sherman with 2 kills there at the end. And they do get the flip at the last minute. And actually, YOLO dumped a few ults into that as well, so Cutesocks do have 3 ults online, and Munchki is reasonably close to his nano boost, as we see the attack start up again. The stick onto Dark Prince by Showman gets the early pick, Diva Bomb thrown out, gets nothing, and Nyan Hero hammering away, gets Pizza and Munchki though. So they're kind of evening it up right now. Rini gets Wildy Jackson with the Helix Rockets, and it's still pretty even. The Death Blossom comes out for Napon, he gets Flipjack, and he gets Nyan Hero as well. Showman finishes off the Diva mech. But once again, Rini is just uncontested. He's trying to do the best he can to get that point flip. There's a very extended fight going on right now. Wildy Jackson getting Rini finally, as Munchki finishes off the Diva mech with the grenade. Showman getting up to CG as well in the back line. As the Pulse Bomb comes out, kills Nyan Hero. Morgan has now got his mech back. He's trying to delay as best as possible, but I don't think this is really wise. YOLO should really just reset here as he gets demeched again and fisted into a wall by Wildy Jackson. They got a lot of percentage off that because YOLO did not want to disengage. And they're now up to almost 90%. As we see YOLO come back in again. In fact, they're going to go up to the high ground. But the Reaper's up there. Rini gets the Tac Visor and the Nano, but he's not really getting much value. He's getting taken down very low. He gets Showman in the end, but Napon immediately kills him as the self-destruct is thrown out. Gets 2. I have to say, Mr. Pope's self-destructs have been amazing in this round on Lijiang Tower, as the kills are now all blue. Cutesocks finishes off YOLO and manages to get the second point.
Well, Mr. Popo really doing a lot here to say. Really great. And of course, you know, chat's going wild, you know, hitting the Doomfist.
Well, to be honest, they could. It's their fault if they can't counter the Doomfist. So
well,
not much really you can
it's
say.
not there hard to counter Doomfist, but I think one thing about Doomfist is whether even really if he's actually doing anything or not, it's like his presence on the enemy team just makes you feel like so precious. It's like, you know, back in the good old days of season 1 and 2 where like having an enemy Genji that's like, it's like even the Genji
or even a Roadhog.
Yeah, it's like
the Roadhog,
you know, you feel his presence, so you feel like it's a problem. So that's like one step of psychological thing that's really good for this.
So I actually thought this was best of 3 for Control, but it looks like we're actually going to go to a 4th map.
It's best of 3 though.
Well, anyway, we're back onto. No, I'm saying, yeah, I thought it was best of 3, so I thought Cutesocks should have won this round, but they're actually talking about it in chat right now, but we'll find out. I'll keep you informed. As we see Opti on that Pharah once again, and Wildy Jackson opting for the Doomfist, which worked well for them last time, as he gets taken out by Opti. So, grenade from Munchki, really taking out Inya Pizza. Mr. Popo taking out the Diva mech of Morgan, and Napon finishing off Nyan Hero with the help of that Discord orb. It's still reasonably even right now, man presence on the point. As Napon takes out Dark Prince, Showman taking out the Mercy as well. So now Cutesocks have a man advantage. See if they can symbol that, but Rini getting 2 kills and Morgan I think he wanted to reset. They've realized they've lost the point. And Showman getting that finishing kill onto Rini. Was the first count goes to Cutesocks.
Who has noticed Showman yet?
Yep, Showman is being very sneaky.
Yep.
But
Behind you.
Opti CG trying to deal some damage into the point, but everyone on Cutesocks fallen back into the safety of that pavilion to see the Nano Boost go down onto Nyan Hero and the countering Nano Boost onto the Reaper, whereas the Beyblade comes in kills Rini and Flipjack on the Mercy. Opti manages to get a couple with that barrage, but Nathon is still alive. He's trying to do his best. He's getting bombarded by a Pharah. Sherman is also on the point, trying to stay alive for as much as possible. Wildy Jackson is now back. He punches the Pharah in the face and in a pizza with the Transcenders. I think this could be the change in momentum of this fight as the self-destruct is thrown out into the backline. Manages to get Ringy somehow. And Sherman finishes off the Mercy as well. Cutesocks is getting a lot of percentage still. Remember, they still have control of the point. Munchie trying to keep everyone alive. Sherman dashing around everywhere, and they managed to get 5 men on the point, and that's yet another defense from Cutesocks.
Well, I'm not sure about the Pharah pick here. I don't think Pharah's doing as much as they hope so, especially because in the fact that Cutesocks is playing really close to the objective, making it very hard, especially with a Tracer and Reaper, you know, to the point.
Yeah, exactly. Like every time the Pharah has to go into reasonably close quarters to deal her damage, and she's just getting shut out every single time by the Doomfist and the Tracer. So as we see,
We see the Doomfist outing.
yep, the Meteor Strike coming out, and he gets Rini. Sherman finishes off the Morgan's Diva Mech as well. As we see, Cutesocks having a huge man advantage. Off TCG manages to get an answering kill onto Pizza, but he falls off the map, or he resets. Body Jackson finishing off the last couple of kills, and Cutesocks win this round as well, 99-0. So they managed to adjust. They managed to, after losing that the second round, Cutesocks managed to adjust by picking that Winston, which YOLO just could not deal with at all.
I would say that.
Sorry, not the Winston, the Doomfist.
The last push, I'd say the Doomfist, you know, really helped. Like, Morgan took some really matches. Doom YOLO.
Yeah, especially that Meteor Strike kill pretty much just opened up the entire fight.
Yeah.
Made it very hard for YOLO to pull it back.
Thank you.
And well, yeah, that play. No one mentioned the play of the game. That play of the game was in Yan here on the Winston, booping 3 people off. So
Yeah, that was really great of him, but sadly, you know, it just wasn't enough. But still, good
Yeah.
play by him. Oh well.
oh well, that was another
Nice.
great match for YOLO. Obviously having some issues,
Oh
but
well, we'll take a break here. In 3, 2,
Yep.
1.
well, I think that's actually the end, isn't
Yeah,
it?
is the
Tankwood?
end. So
Yeah, that's the end of our matches. How about that? Well, two really good matches today.
yeah,
so
really interesting. You know, in some sense, upsets. Not really upsets, more like surprises. Because like we saw such a great performance with YOLO last week, and suddenly it's like
yeah,
the total opposite. You know, but I think it's also attributed down to the fact that you know I do see you know a lot of teams, you know like the Cutesocks and you know, what's the
Beyond to win.
Beyond to win, sorry. Really like practicing and putting a lot of practice. So and YOLO is like not able to like you know practice because their teams are having like you know attending problems. So I think that really helped the other teams compared to YOLO.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think YOLO is really gonna have to you know try to like scream more or something together and you know work something out. Because
Yeah. Okay.
and but probably
Yeah.
also part of the reason is like YOLO is like having too much subs for the first week, so maybe that kind of like cost them, you know, to not have as much teamwork as compared to the other teams, because the other teams really have been like working together and you know,
Yeah.
getting stuff up together.
That's right. They just don't have that much time
They
together
don't
as a
have match time,
team.
yeah, precisely. Like so, if YOLO is really gonna have to like you know do more for the third week, they really gonna have to like really play a lot more together, and you know perhaps we can see something interesting. And you know one thing, as I said, one theory is that perhaps they didn't have enough you know team coordination from the fact that you know all the icons are different. So that's why the bad side already.
Well, that's definitely true. Can't deny.
Can't
So,
deny that, yeah. That's like you know high level stuff. You know, you
high
gotta
level,
have-
high level team coordination.
You gotta
right?
have the
That's
same
all.
icon, you know, portraits and stuff. You know, that's right. Anyway, we're happy to have you, and we'll see you next week. See ya.
Yep. See you later.